Hey folks, I got a 5-day backpacking trip coming up. I thought I'd take a look at my loadout. I'm going to try and do this in a little different fashion than normal. Excuse me, I have everything packed and I'll show you how I packed it and why everything is which way. So you can see right in the top, I got a lot of room. This the lid that flaps over, I could still put a bunch of stuff in there. Trying to keep it right around 27, 28 pounds with my DSLR camera. So first off, I've got a trash compactor bag, and that gets lined in the bag. Everything goes inside that, and then this gets tucked in. Everything except for a couple things. I'll show you. But as soon as you open it up, first thing I've got is rain gear, Mountain Hardwear rain jacket, Mountain Hardwear rain pants. Then I've got my cook kit, and I'll go over that in a second. I got my food. My food is going to be switched out of this bag into a 5-liter dry bag stuff sack. I have this in right now. I'm going to pick up the stuff sack on the way to the trip. Next in there, loosely, I have the bug screen body of my tent. It's not in a stuff sack this time. Next I've got my clothes, socks, and the rest of my clothes, long sleeve shirt. And I've got my sleeping bag, and I'll go over in detail in a minute all this stuff. My sleeping pad, compression set, or sorry, the trash compactor bag comes out, and then I've got the fly of my tent on the outside of the trash compactor bag, and my Reflectix on the outside of the trash compactor bag. In the side pouches, I have the tent poles and pegs to my tent. 1-liter water bottle. On the other side, a 1-liter water bottle. So I'll be carrying 2 liters of water mostly. In the top compartment, I've got a bag of toiletries and a couple other odds and ends. So some toilet paper and sanitizer, fuel for my alcohol stove, extra fuel, a bear bag line. This is that reflective cord. It's nice and small. Got a first aid kit, including some body glide, chapsticks, an extra. This is a spool of like really durable small cordage. First aid kit, pills, patch kit, stuff like that. GoPro accessories. This time I'm going to bring a little tiny Light My Fire fire steel. Actually works pretty good. And then my new Houdini, Patagonia Houdini coat. I'll show you how that goes on. And headlamp. And then in the front, we've got a selfie stick for a GoPro. We've got my Aquamira, well, the Canadian Aquamira, which would be pristine, drops for water. A little bit of bug spray. It's going to be black fly season, but bug spray doesn't really do too much for them. And then 2 bread bags for my feet for around camp. This Patagonia Houdini shirt, wind shirt, is new to me. It was my birthday last month, and this is one of the things I got for my birthday. So you can see just how small it is. Tiny. And it's super lightweight as well. So it packs down into its own pocket, which is pretty cool. And we're hiking up a mountain. We're going to Killarney Provincial Park, the La Cloche Mountains, and it'll be windy. We'll be up high. So this is going to be a good windbreaker shirt if it's a little bit chilly or whatever. Or if the bugs are eating me too bad, I could throw this thing on. Super lightweight. It's got a pretty good hood on it. And I got it small so that it fits me tight. But that's it. Pretty nice little wind shirt, and I think it'll come in handy. I'm not going to bring my Primloft this time because the temps are supposed to be in the daytime 65-ish Fahrenheit, and at night upper 40s, low 50s. So really temperatures should be fine as long as it doesn't rain the whole 5 days we're there. My clothing system this time is pretty simple. I'm wearing shorts. I'll show you in a minute what I'm wearing, but my socks, I have these tiny ankle socks that I'm going to be packing. and I'm going to be wearing one of these two pairs. I have two of these dress socks. They're super light polyester socks. I'm going to be wearing one pair of these, have one pair in my pack, and another pair in my pack. I'll probably sleep in these thicker, warmer ones. So 3 socks, 2 in my pack, 1 being worn at all times. Long johns, these are just Stanfield's Polar Therms. I've had forever. Throw them on at night if I need to. And 1 extra shirt, which is my Mountain Equipment Co-op merino hoodie. I'm not bringing a toque, but this hoodie can come in handy if I need to cover my ears in the morning if they're cold, or if it's windy. Right now I'm wearing exactly what I'm going to be wearing when I'm hiking every day. This is a Mountain Equipment Co-op polyester spandex shirt. It's like 98% polyester. Excuse me. And then my shorts are like this nylon polyester. They're cool, KUHL brand. They're like a little bit pricey, but they're lightweight. They have a little bit of a stretch to them. And I'm going commando actually this trip. To be totally honest with you guys, last trip, a couple trips, I had some chafing going on, and it wasn't very pleasant. So I'm going commando, see how that works this time, and that's why I got the Body Glide as well. I'm going to throw that on before the trip starts and try and keep everything lubed up, running smoothly. So yeah, that's it for clothes. I got my this new hat actually. It's a outdoor research hat, baseball cap, and it's all mesh on the inside. It's just got this overflap to protect you from sun or whatever. It's super lightweight, and I think it'll go good. For shoes, it's gonna be the same old Montrails. These things are tried and true. Probably got 1 or 2 trips left on them. Tread's starting to go and stuff, but they're still okay. They'll definitely last this trip. So they're super lightweight, all mesh. Is the way to go in my opinion. Hiking boots are a thing of the past for me. Something different I'm going to bring this time is a pack towel. Super lightweight, small, and if I have to set my tent up in the rain, this is going to clean the inside of the tent out for me, so I don't have to lay in the water. It's worth its weight, I believe. We'll see. As far as camera gear goes, I am going to bring my DSLR on this trip. I'm using it to record right now. It's a Nikon D5500. But I'm also bringing my GoPro with this tiny little tripod. Works pretty good. That's what I've been using for my backpacking trips lately, but I think that DSLR will help break up the GoPro footage. And with that, I've got a hat clip in here in this bag and an extra battery. I have to bring an extra battery and a memory card for this DSLR as well. And then my selfie stick. I tried rigging something up with my hiking pole, but it was no good, and this doesn't weigh too much, so it's fine. I'm not worried about it. My food for this trip. I dehydrated my own meals for supper this time. I've been doing that a couple trips for now. This is vegetables, ground pork, and rice. This is homemade spaghetti. Same. I've got chips, like party mix. I've got chocolate covered almonds. I've got jerky. I've got oatmeal for breakfast every morning. I've got a Cliff Bar, some fruit bars, and some Crystal Lights. I will be adding 8 Cliff Bars to this that I'm picking up along the way as well. For lunch, and and I have to grab a stick of meat, because for lunch every day I'm going to be having this Havarti cheese with some meat, probably like a dry salami or something like that. But everything's laid out per day. I have something different every day, and except for the oatmeal, should be pretty good. Like I said earlier, I carry in 2 liters of water in these old water bottles, and I'm not going to bring my platypus this time. Just these 2 are going to be good enough. We're going to be hiking near water for most of it, so it'll be all good. My cook kit is going to be the same as it's been for the last 3 trips. Snow Peak Solo Titanium cook set with a Snow Peak spork that I bent the top of the spork, cat stove, windscreen, fuel, and then it all fits inside, and I put an elastic around it and it's secure. I like this system. I did away with the stuff sack for my tent, and the reason being is that if it rains, and we're going to be there for 5 days, so I imagine it will, I don't want to put this fly back into my bag, in my backpack, wet. So I'm going to put this on the outside of the trash compactor bag, inside my backpack, but away from everything else. And then the inside of the tent can get smushed inside the backpack. It looks a lot bulkier without the stuff sack, but it's not, because it fills and forms the cracks. I really don't think that stuff sacks are all too necessary. I really only have 2 Sorry, 3 including the one with the poles, but this one's going on the outside of my bag, so I kind of need the stuff sack on, and it weighs nothing. But anyways, that's my method behind that, my theory behind that anyways. The sleeping pad, Astro Airlight Nemo Air, super lightweight. It has a built-in pillow in the baffles. Good to go. Sleeping bags, the same I always use. Reflectix. Reflectix gets put underneath my tent, and then as I'm sleeping and then as I'm awake, it's my chair. Lean up against a log or whatever. I like this. It's an invaluable piece of kit. Oh, and in my backpack, it's my backrest. My backpack doesn't have a frame in it, so this is my back support. Just as I'm repacking my backpack, I don't want to have to make you watch it in full speed, so I'll speed it up a little bit, give you a little bit of info about the place I'm going. So as I said, it's Killarney Provincial Park. It's up near Sudbury, Ontario. The Lacloche Mountain Range is one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world. All that's left is the exposed quartzite, so it's super white. The rocks are all white. It's a very, very nice place. It's not an extreme mountain chain because it's been so eroded away. It's a lot more subdued, but you're still up on really high peaks. You get shots of actually aquamarine blue color water because the lakes are very acidic there, and a lot of the lakes are actually dead lakes. So I'm really looking forward to it. This is a trip that was planned 6 months ago. I was supposed to take with my buddy Kyle. It got canceled, so now I'm going with Doug, and it should be fun times. Forgot to mention I'll just be bringing my one trekking pole again. That's the way I like to do it, and this time, considering I'll have 2 cameras, I think one hand being free is going to be optimal. So that's my gear loadout for almost 5 days backpacking 80 kilometers northern Ontario in June, peak black fly season. I hope this helps somebody. Hope you got something out of this. If you have any questions, let me know. Have any comments, leave them below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.